we are very happy to have with us a wonderful guest today who represents a wonderful foundation that we here on New Greek Television would like to share with you and help you learn more about and hopefully support. The ELEPAP Foundation was founded in 1938 in Athens, Greece, after World War II, for the need of disabled children. It's a rehabilitation and for disabled children. And we are very happy to discuss more about it because not only is it a historical foundation, but we have with us the president, today's president, and for many years, Mrs. Moschou, who's come all the way from Athens to share with us the new initiative, which is the extension, the International Friends of ELEPAP. And she is here to share with us the news. Mrs. Moschou, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Mrs. Darilli. I mean, I'm very honored to be your guest.
We are very honored, and we really commend you, your board, and your volunteers, your staff, for all that you're doing. Disabled children are not given enough attention. We always believe it's not enough attention because it never really is it?
Okay, I have my attitude is, I mean, half full cup. I mean,
yes. So we always want more. We want more help.
I don't want to complain.
Yes.
I do want to try and be enthused and use this enthusiasm for the benefit of these children and everything else. I'm not alone. It's a big group of people around, between volunteers, the workers, therapists, staff, psychologists, or big staff, 220 people over the 6 branches around Greece. Thessaloniki, I mean, apart from Athens, is Thessaloniki, Gianna, Volos, Agrinio, Chania. I mean, it's 100,000 children have passed the door of ELEPAP. They are now, most of them, of course, are grown up. They are adults. They are at all ages, and we are close to them as much as we can. We follow their needs. There are new needs.
There are new needs, and I'm happy to hear you're addressing all the new.
We are trying. I mean, recently we established the first στέγες υποστηριζόμενης διαβίωσης. We call it houses of supported living, because actually we are addressing the need of parents who were always saying whenever they were coming to ELEPAP, who is going to take care of our children, the ones that are not fully recovered or fully, I mean, self-movers,
They're chronic, they're born with their,
exactly. Yes. And we created the first big first big area with 8 houses in Gianna, Ioannina, and we are catching, I mean, we have so many goals, but the vision is every step at a time. If we can manage 2 steps or 3 steps at a time, it's better, and we are lucky. We have supporters, and we find supporters, and that's why
we must all
we
support.
Are here. We missed the one supporter, but we got money out of his going away in heaven, and now we have the new playground.
That's
so,
wonderful.
So actually, I mean, it's everything can be used to the benefit of these brave children.
Yes.
I mean, I guess you may have shown already these baboulas at your TV.
We have shown. We were very happy to air the commercial.
This one really is so symbolic of the effort our children do. Yes, I mean, the feeling is they don't say that in those many words, but they say, I mean, we say for them, they do it.
Yes.
I mean, yes, life has created obstacles, but willingness and enthusiasm tries to cross through.
Yes.
And these are mottos that really make everybody that really starts looking at the issue, but with positive thought, not avoidance, not let's...
So let's talk a little bit about that. The social environment of Greece, society, is not so kind to recognize.
Gradually, it's been improved, as I said.
Which is very good.
Half full
yes.
cup, and not empty.
Yes.
There is a lot of work about that. Actually, we are having a very, very, really thoughtful program of integration, of teaching rather, of going to school.
Yes.
With grown-up, ex-children, now grown-up girls and ladies and men, and to schools and our therapists. And we go and discuss with the pupils, so the students at school, primary and secondary education, how we will integrate the disabled people. And all of a sudden, the children realize that, okay, probably,
we're part of society.
Probably, yeah,
we're all
we
a
are one
community.
society.
Absolutely.
We are equals.
Yes.
We may have some little problems. Okay, what if I go
out
to the street and I have my knee with problem.
Broken, yes.
Okay, it's like the same.
It's acceptance, it's awareness, it's educating people.
Absolutely.
We're all here to learn from each other.
Absolutely.
And count our blessings. And they're here to also count their blessings that they have help. Tell us about your staff. Your staff is educated on...
They are
specialized in disabilities.
They come out of special schools that they do physiotherapy, speech therapy, all these things that should be given to the children, psychological support, and all these things. They study at the universities, and we have continuous retraining. There is nothing new that comes up in the world, not only in Greece, that we don't really try to learn and use. We have teachers coming, professors coming, and it was very nice the other day at the presentation, at the reception, that the professor who has really started at Rusk Institute NYU, the program for the neuropsychological acquired injuries, and we have it for the last 10 years taken from him and the cherished student that he had, the lady that really is heading the program with us, and with good donations, because we needed donation. It was a very expensive program. We have seen now very many people going through those therapies, and actually the significant others, as we call their mothers, fathers, wives, children, etc., they say, we wouldn't believe our really cherished husbands, wives, mothers, they would recover and come back to life, and not recover from injuries and whatever it happened after an accident.
But they see progress, they see change.
They start being again into the world, because they lost some skills, but they are taught how to really accept a new life, how the others accept them, and this is very powerful. And we were lucky that this professor was with us.
Yes, he was wonderful.
And he commented very favorably for our team.
Yes.
That was really,
it's wonderful to see that the children are progressing, that they're learning, they're able to integrate back into society, they're able to learn and be able to live at home easier, correct? Absolutely. Some are able to learn skills to live on their own, others unfortunately need assisted living. Tell us about the assisted living programs.
There are, assisted living is everything we do, because actually...
So they live within, they don't live at...
No, they don't live...
they're not in-house living.
No. The children that come to us, it's about infants and children, it's about 1,000 per year over the...
What ages do you accept?
Over the 6 branches. They come. Either if they are attending the educational programs as well, they stay for 8 hours. They come with school buses, they live with school buses, and go to home. And also there are the children that don't attend education because they are younger, and they come with their parents. They stay there for the therapies, and then they leave, go back home. We also do, I mean, in the therapies there is also Hollywood and very contemporary method for swimming, and they do therapeutic swimming. They go on horses. I mean, they do all sorts of things that can add something to their rehabilitation.
That's wonderful. Let's discuss what type of children you accept into ELEPAP.
We're not doing autism, but we're doing the phases, the lighter
There's
phases.
a very big spectrum of autism today, and every year there's new studies have found different spectrums, and they're adding on and on. There's a lot of different...
It's not our main thing, but we are addressing, I mean, the various simpler phases of autism.
Tell us about your services. Are they free?
The services, the parents who have Social Security, they pay for the service because it's being paid, actually, not they don't pay themselves. But
Social Security is covering
Security,
it, correct.
Exactly.
Social Security.
But especially recently with the crisis, starting from 2010 or earlier, a lot of parents lost jobs. So actually they became soon out of Social Security. And then, and there, we had a great problem in really raising more funds than usual, because we had to cover more parents that didn't have the Social Security to really pay for the therapies.
Is there any incentives from the government? Can the government help support ELEPAP?
The government gives, we are in the budget, the formal, the tactical budget of the government, and we get something like 10% of the total budget, which is 7 million for the 6 branches.
Can the European Union help in some capacity?
May, if there are some specific programs.
Mrs. Moscow, tell us, let's elaborate more, let's delve deeper into the socio-economic crisis of Greece right now. How is it directly affecting ELEPAP?
The crisis, as I said, had a very direct problem, impact rather, on ELEPAP, because a lot, how many we want to say, parents lost their jobs. So it was not easy to take care of the therapies of their children, not because they were paying out of their pocket, but because they lost social security, and thus they didn't have. So we decided, and 2014, we created the International Friends of ELEPAP Inc. here in New York. Established in Delaware, but
in the United States.
In the United States. And it's a 501c3 company. And we started spreading the message, but spreading one to the other. I mean, we didn't take any more wider communication through media and things like that, or friends in the States. That's why now we took the bold decision to create an event in December, which is not the best month for Greek Americans or Americans, let alone foreigners who come all of a sudden.
It's okay,
here.
It's a beginning,
but
it's
we managed it.
Yes.
Good friends were there, as you were there,
Happy
and you are helping us now with to communicate the message, and we are happy. We started. People will know about us.
And let's tell the viewers, what is the message? What is it that the Greeks abroad can do to support ELEPAP?
I would start a little differently. There's no doubt you can support financially, but before you support financially, I'm certain you visit Greece regularly, frequently if not regularly, and it would be great to come and visit us. Visit one of our branches. It's Athens, Yanina, Thessaloniki, Volos, Agrinio, and Henia, Crete. Do come. You will find for yourself if it's worth supporting. And then, yes, we will be too glad to really explain everything, visit around, and if you can support as well, at the end, that is great as well, but not before visiting.
Yes.
You have to have your own feelings.
We want you to experience, correct? We want you to have the experience, love the children, meet the staff. But I'd like to also say that perhaps there are some special education teachers that may be interested in coming to volunteer some of their time with you at one of the locations. So perhaps
it could be great if that happens.
That would be great.
You can find out more about us. You can communicate with us, and then we can do, because now we are here. I'm here with the children neurologist we have in Athens, which is another volunteer, 28 years. She is volunteering her time to us, and we are visiting one or two of the foundations here, being involved with similar disabilities and things we do. So, sky's the limit.
Get involved, let's help, let's support. You know, the United States has a lot of great disability programs. We'd like to help Greece with some of the government is supporting. They're giving you at least 10%, which is wonderful.
Yes.
But every little bit
counts.
Check out the graphic at the end of the show for more information about ELEPAP. Mrs. Moscow, we'd like to thank you for coming to visit us and sharing your news about the new International Friends of ELEPAP here in the United States.
Thank you so much for having me. And yes, it's worth helping these children, these families. And we consider at ELEPAP that with the people of ELEPAP inside, and the families of the children and the children themselves is a big family caring for each other.
Thank you.